I work as a photographer. This profession became a salvation for me during my university studies. It helped me to earn good money. In the further narration, it will be exclusively about my student adventures. I tried to tell everyone about my work as a photographer, which led to a wide awareness among my peers. One day, in my third year, a fellow student approached me. She remembered me mentioning photography and asked if I could capture her image one day. Given my financial situation at the time, I readily agreed. We made arrangements for the shoot. It was strange that she wanted to do it at her home. When I arrived, her boyfriend, looking visibly agitated, met me at the door. After a brief exchange of pleasantries, he led me inside. I busied myself setting up the equipment and waited on the couch. Moments later, my classmate emerged from the room, dressed in a homemade lacy red robe thrown over an undershirt. Although her outfit was elegant, I was puzzled why she didn't immediately put on the clothes she was going to be photographed in. She greeted me warmly and expressed her desire to have the photos taken in this setting. She then walked over to the young man, kissed him, and wished him good luck at work. Upon hearing this, I realized that he was going to drive to work in his car and we would be alone. As soon as her boyfriend left the apartment, she closed the door and came back to me. I told her everything was ready and she could go change. She replied, "Oh yeah, I'll be in this." I forgot to tell you, I want unique pictures. This caught me off guard, but I agreed because any request is acceptable for the right price. She leaned back on the couch and started posing. At first, it was like any other photo shoot. After a few shots, she took off her robe and shirt, exposing the stunning black lace lingerie that complemented the rest of her outfit now strewn across the floor. However, even that wasn't enough for her. She asked, "Would you mind if I took off the rest of it?" I was at a loss for words, unable to formulate a response, so I simply nodded in agreement. She grinned, and a few moments later she was sitting on the couch completely naked. Her seductive figure was clearly visible in the frame. I walked over to her with the camera, sat down next to her, and began to show her the footage. As she looked at the image, her eyes seemed to be fixed on the camera screen, and her face was adorned with a sweet smile. She praised my work, saying, "You have a talent for this work," and then gave me a big hug. I hugged her back, feeling her body trembling slightly. A moment later, she put the camera aside and asked, "Is there anything special I can do to reward you?" Her question caught me off guard, and I was at a loss for words. Not knowing what to say, I gently led her to the couch without saying a word. I couldn't resist the opportunity to do what I wanted while her husband was at work. Satisfied with the reward for my efforts, I left her house satisfied.